the n terms of two sequences are q subscript n equals 3 times 2 to the power n negative 2 and u subscript m equals 3 times 2 to the power 2m negative 3. Now the question says find the product of q sub 2 and u sub 2. So let's go ahead and write each of the n terms of the two sequences. So for the first one you have q, it says sub n, so q sub n equals 3 times 2 to the power n negative 2, so n negative 2. So this is what we have for the first sequence. This is the nth term of the first sequence. Now for the next sequence it says u sub m equals 3 times 2 now to the power 2m negative 3, so to the power 2m, so 2m negative 3. Now this is what we have. Now it says find the product of q2 and u2. Anyway, to find the product of q2 and u2, I need to first find what q2 is and what u2 is. From what I'm given here, q sub n equals 3 times this. So to find q sub 2, that is q sub 2, is just going to be, so anywhere I find n, I'm going to replace it with 2. So you have 3 times 2 to the power. So you have an n here, so you write 2 negative 2. And this is just going to give you 3 times 2. Now 2 minus 2, this is 0. And then 2 to the power 0 is going to give you 1. So what you have here is 3 times 1, and which is 3. So in other words, I've obtained my q sub 2 to be equal to 3. So the next thing is I go to u sub m and find u sub 2. So u sub m equals 3 times 2 raised to the power. So you have 2 times. So my m is 2. So anyway, let me write my 2 here. So this time around I'm using my m to be 2. So this is going to be 2, then negative 3 here. So this equals 3 times 2. Now 2 times 2 is going to give you 4, negative 3. And that's going to be 3 times. So this is 2. 4 minus 3, that is 1. And that's going to be 3 times 2 to the power 1 is 2. And 3 times 2 gives you 6. So in other words, my u sub 2 equals 6. But the question says find the product of q2 and u2. So the product of q2 and u2, that is q2 times u2, and that's just going to be, now q2 is 3, so that is 3 times u2 is 6, that is 6. So 3 times 6 is 18. So let's check our options. So here it is, D is the solution.